Our next reader is Matt Holmes. Matt is working on a collection of linked short stories. His favorite writers include Flannery O'Connor and Virginia Woolf. They live at opposite ends of his bookshelf because he's not sure they would get along. Please help me welcome Matt.
So I'll be reading from a story called World of Jazz, and it's made up of different documents. So the first document is diary.doc. This is a waste of time. I'm a busy man, even in my retirement. Yvette once told me I should keep a diary. I don't usually take advice from my daughter, because she also told me I was overwatering the yard, and that I shouldn't have a yard to begin with. And then she made me eat her diabolically spicy curry. My stomach hurt for days. She thinks I'm bad because of what I did to the environment. I had a great career. Oil gave her everything. I was pleased when she went back to California. In Florida, we keep our lawns pristine. Life really dealt me a hand at the end. I'm not ready to talk about everything, but I admit I miss Yvette. I miss my wife too. I just don't have the time for these moody, complicated women. I've got my computer, my saxophone, and the Palm Beach Gardens Senior Center. At my age, you might imagine that I'm scratching away with a quill on a scroll. You would be surprised to know that I'm a modern man. It's the 90s. To be clear, I'm not a homosexual, although I can tell you about my Uncle Gregory, who was practically a woman. I have no ill will toward Uncle Gregory, none. It's genetic. I knew this for a fact when I saw my grandson, little Gary, wearing one of Janice's old kimonos. I said, "Get that off. Your grandmother won't want it back after you ruined it with your sticky hands." And then I got into trouble with the mother. Yvette is very precious with little Gary. Yvette says little Gary isn't a homosexual. He's an indigo child. He got it from Uncle Gregory. He got the name Gary from me. Lately I've been down. When I start to think about it, it's been a few years. Then I think about it even more, and it goes all the way back to the beginning. You wouldn't believe how much my father beat me. And I love him still. I told Yvette, at my age, you can't even fix a person with therapy. Everyone just needs to meet me on my own unpleasant terms. It's Thursday, which has for the longest time meant duplicate bridge. But I can't play duplicate bridge anymore today. My partner, Carl, is dead. So this is what it means to be really vulnerable in bridge. Man down. Dolores, Carl's wife, asked me to play sax at the funeral. I really wasn't up for another unpaid gig, but then I remembered how much Carl hated it. Enough energy, he'd yell, when I was just getting started. For once, he quietly listened. The funeral was a real beach party celebration of life sort of thing, way more exciting than any of his birthdays. Really, Carl wasn't fun. He was a jerk and lousy at bridge. I was looking forward to getting it over with and going home to a sandwich, 2 fingers of whiskey, and lights out. But what got me was seeing his family in bright colors, laughing like Carl was special. They were a dopey lot, to be sure, but I found myself jealous. And it's such a goddamn cliche, but what of my own life? I don't think anyone knows my birthday. They keep forgetting my birthday. I keep forgetting my birthday. I squeaked out the worst performance of my life as the casket made its mechanical descent through the astroturf. I couldn't finish. The reed, Dolores, the weather was bad for the reed. Your husband, Dolores, I knew him. I haven't left the house since. Professional voicemail of Yvette Little, LCSW. Yvette, this is your father. I'm sorry I haven't reached out to you in a long time. The neighbor is killing your mother's orchids. It's the new neighbor with the cars. He's putting motor oil on all of your mother's orchids and they're dead. I've called the city and they're not doing anything about it. I know you can't do anything, I just wanted to let you know. Can you do anything? Yvette, this is your father. The property line is moving over. It's moved over. When we first bought this house, the lime tree was on our property. Remember we used to make limeade? He's building a fence now, and I swear the son of a bitch has my lime tree on his property. Yvette, did I mention that Carl died? Carl from Bridge? I'm sure you can't keep track of us all. Yvette, please come visit me. Please come visit me soon. Yvette's Soul Journal and Affirmations Notebook, June 1995. Daily affirmation. I am effective in my generosity. Often I feel like a bee who gives and gives without thinking. I find I do my best when I don't think about it. That is the sort of emotional resilience it takes for me to survive as a social worker. I've gotten used to it, and I worked tirelessly on behalf of others. I never paused to indulge myself. I never tried to take any of it personally. Many of my clients end up on the streets again. They don't take their meds, they return to old habits. They couldn't help anyone, or I couldn't help anyone if my work was navigated by feelings. My contribution is systematic. Dan couldn't accept that about me. He thought I was cold, when really I was exhausted. I'm more exhausted now, but less judged without him. He was very needy for an unemployed masseur, and somehow always busy with nothing. Raising an indigo child is just going to take extra. Yes, he smashed a mirror with a baseball bat when his crayon broke, but it's also that level of passion that makes little Harry an artist. Dan wanted to spank him, and that was it for me. Would you say my father is well-adjusted, Dan? I'm worried about Dad. He owes me a series of disturbing messages on my work phone. He's usually aloof, avoidant attachment, never says he loves you, always wants me to listen to Coltrane. I've never seen this side of him. I haven't seen him in years. I'm ready to make space for him. Healing is a slow journey. I'll call him back eventually. By writing it, I invite it into my life. I haven't spoken to Mom either. I tried to help Dad after the divorce. He wouldn't have it. They're difficult to love. Everyone in my life is difficult to love. I'm effective with my generosity.